Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury's like, whenever the heavyweights go, so does boxing. That's like an old saying.
Yeah.
Wait,
And with Tyson Fury being the fucking king, he's so marketable and he's so extraordinary.
Yeah.
And his accomplishments, the fact that he beat Deontay, everybody gets knocked out by Deontay Wilder.
Crazy.
He's the only one who gets off the deck and
Power
beats him.
punching is fucking
Stops
insane.
him in the third.
Joe Rogan responded to the fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury in an unexpected way. Shortly after the final bell, Anthony Joshua offered his opinions. Before the results were made public, Joshua was speaking with football superstar Cristiano Ronaldo and his promoter Eddie Hearn when a Saudi Arabian native asked him to predict the winner without hesitation. After responding with Usyk's name, Aj was persuaded to concede that a draw might occur.
Who's winning?
Usyk. Who do you pick? Yeah.
They cannot both win, right?
They're going to be a draw.
I think draw or 7 knocks.
Yeah. Well, Tyson. Okay.
You think so?
We see.
The crucial ninth round proved to be crucial for the Ukrainian, who won via a split decision after landing multiple strong blows while only having the rope to support him. In the pivotal ninth round, Fury waved around the ring before an official knockdown was announced. Hearn claimed that since Fury seemed to be out, even the referee might have ended the bout. He said he wasn't sure if a decision had been made when the referee stepped in. Hearn thought the bout would go to Usyk, but it might end in a draw. Even though Fury boxed extremely well, he said, it couldn't be declared that Fury won the bout.
Even the ref could have stopped it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, he was gone. I mean, when the ref jumped in, I thought I didn't know whether he'd stopped it or
Let's
if it was an
give
8
you
count.
Jinx?
انت وقعني
He's very
والله انا حسيت روح
things.
والله انا اول
I don't mean you can say Fury.
When the result of the fight was made public, Hearn and Aj looked like stony fakes, and after the bout, Hearn said in an interview with IFL TV that Joshua thought Usyk had won. Hearn thought the fight was really close, complimenting Fury's performance in the opening 6 rounds and speculating that he looked like he may win by stoppage or points. Hearn said Joshua believed Usyk had prevailed. When I arrived, I asked, "What do you think he went for?" Usyk triumphed with ease. "I came really close to winning. I think Fury did an amazing job of boxing throughout the first 6 rounds of the match. I believe that he would easily box to a halt or a point determination. Usyk is really amazing. It's unbelievable to me." Usyk has already defeated Aj twice in his professional career. When questioned if yesterday's loss hindered those intentions, he brought up a big British bout with Fury. Hearn didn't really answer. "It's their night tonight. We want to take back the world heavyweight title, so whomever wins gets to keep it. However, we need to work on our plans because the rematch is going to be a massive fight. Maybe in October if both guys win. We'll see what transpires on June 1st, whether or not that is Wembley." Teddy Atlas highlighted the importance and caliber of the bout in his thorough and perceptive response to Oleksandr Usyk's victory over Tyson Fury. He started out by drawing comparisons between the event and the American Super Bowl, pointing out that although the latter is frequently anticipated, it doesn't always live up to the anticipation. Atlas, on the other hand, believed that the Fury vs. Usyk bout lived up to its historic significance and beyond expectations.
back in the States, we have a thing called the Super Bowl. And there's a lot of hype. And sometimes it lives up to it. Sometimes it don't. It's not a great game. This lived up to it. This lived up to what a fight of this significance, of this stature, of this historic importance.
Atlas clarified that despite the bout being extremely close, he had picked Usyk to win. Despite Fury's physical advantages in size and reach, he credited his forecast to Usyk's ability to perform well on the inside. Atlas underlined that Usyk's capacity to prevail in battles is what makes him unique and is his best talent. He made the point that this attribute is a testament to Usyk's character and his demonstrated record of accomplishment rather than something that can be quantified with statistics.
And I picked Usyk to win, but I mean, it was very close. It was very close, but the reason I picked Usyk, and at the end it was kind of telling. I said, there's one thing we forget about him. The other guy's got the longer reach. He can win it on the outside. I thought Usyk would have the advantage on the inside if he could get in there without getting damaged on the way in. But at the end of the day, when they asked me for a prediction, they all thought I was leaning towards Fury because of the way I laid it out. Where he had some physical advantages with size, obviously with reach. And at the end, I picked Usyk, and they were like, why? I said, because his greatest talent is the talent that you cannot measure on graphics. You can't measure, you know, with pen and paper. He just knows how to win.
Atlas reviewed Usyk's career and emphasized his accomplishments, which included winning the Olympics as a teenager, unifying the cruiserweight belts, and rising to become the heavyweight champion in several nations against formidable opponents. He commended Usyk for his unwavering ability to come out on top and emphasized how important this quality was to his victory over Fury. Atlas observed that although Usyk was trailing the battle at times, he managed to reverse the tide, especially after taking down Fury. He didn't find it shocking that Usyk could injure Fury, adding that even while Usyk wasn't known for being a powerful puncher, his ability to punch cleanly and precisely, often off counters and from unexpected angles, made him dangerous.
This is a guy, you know, you can talk about all you want about counter-punching, about size, about speed, about a jab, everything else. But the greatest attribute of Fury, of Usyk, has always been since a teenager when he won the Olympics. And then he went on to the pros, and he won the cruiser, and then he put all the cruiserweight titles together. And then what did he do? He won the heavyweight title in another country, and then beats a really good big heavyweight, and then does it again. So I said, his greatest asset is something that, again, is not going to be measured in the traditional way. It's his ability to win.
Atlas emphasized in his conclusion that Usyk is the greatest player of his generation because of his winning mentality, technical prowess, and strategic flexibility. He restated that Usyk's ascent to the title of unchallenged heavyweight champion cemented his status as one of the greatest boxers in history. Looking ahead, Atlas expressed his excitement for another exciting fight between the two greatest fighters in the sport after confirming that the rematch with Fury is scheduled to take place.
And he found a way. He was losing his fight, obviously. He had to find a way to win. He found a way to win. Somebody asked me that question today. They said, Usyk, can he hurt him? I said, yeah, he can hurt him. How? Because he lands clean punches and he puts them together. And he lands off counters. He lands off misses. He lands the kind of punches that sometimes you don't see. So you don't have to be a huge puncher to hurt a guy if you catch him clean with punches they don't see.
Former UFC champion Demetrious Johnson stated that UFC champion Usyk ought to take a cue from Floyd Mayweather and step down as the undisputed king. Although Oleksandr Usyk is the undisputed heavyweight division king, some people think he should retire at the height of his career because he is one of the best UFC fighters to have ever participated. The focus is currently on an upcoming rematch with Tyson Fury. Demetrious Johnson, a former UFC flyweight champion, commended Oleksandr Usyk for his superb work in the Ring of Fire. Main event, Johnson advised Usyk to forego a second clash in favor of either retiring from boxing or finishing his career with a trilogy bout against Anthony Joshua, even though there was a good chance that Usyk would face Fury again later in the year. The difficult part, according to Johnson, is that their contract for these gentlemen includes an automatic rematch clause, making it inevitable that Tyson Fury and Usyk too will face again. Johnson continued, "I would like to see Usyk fight Anthony Joshua because he's beat Joshua twice and Joshua just knocked out Francis, so I would love to see that. But if Usyk decided not to defend the belt and decided to retire, I would be completely happy with that." The undisputed greatest flyweight in UFC history further suggested that the undefeated Ukrainian champion should learn from Floyd Money Mayweather on how to navigate the closing stages of his legendary career. Johnson also stated that it would be best for Usyk to retire while he is at the top of the sport as the best in the world. He advised leaving without giving anyone the chance to tarnish his undefeated record and to step away after realizing his ultimate dream and goal of becoming the undisputed heavyweight king of the world. Johnson said that if he were Floyd Mayweather 550, who left the sport on top as champion, he believes that this is the moment when it would be monumental for Usyk to do the exact same thing. The former pound-for-pound best mixed martial artist in the world stated that following such an incredible, albeit difficult, victory over Fury, there is simply nothing left for Usyk to fight for or risk his legacy on. He said, "This gentleman has won every single thing possible. He's won Olympic gold medals. He's won the Golden Glove. He's won absolutely everything you could have done. He's undefeated and he just beat the Gypsy King Tyson Fury." Johnson said, "Leave while you're on top. While you're the best in the world, don't give anybody the chance to take away what you've done." And being undefeated in your whole career after the judges' scorecards became public, Usyk was left with nothing more to prove. Fury then insisted that the rematch happen in October, while Usyk became the world's first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis in 2000. His reign as the undisputed champion will only last for a few weeks, as Usyk will be stripped of the IBF weight title as a long overdue mandatory. On June 1st, challenger Filip Hrgović will take on Daniel Dubois. Sources say that the contracts for the highly anticipated super fights between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk include clauses stating that they will forfeit the IBF title if they lose. This decision is a result of the fact that Filip Hrgović was assigned as the mandatory challenger almost 18 months ago, and Usyk stated at the press conference following the fight that he was looking forward to facing Fury again. In addition, he expressed his desire to take a well-earned vacation from the sport. "Please don't think about boxing right now. My camp started in September 2023, and I worked for 9 months. I missed the birth of my daughter, my son's birthday, and the new year. We also missed family vacations. I was just thinking about this battle, and now that it's over, I want to go home." A member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Michael Bisping, commends Oleksandr Usyk for his tactics against the Tyson Fury squad. According to Bisping, Oleksandr Usyk had a very good game plan. He gave an explanation of why he believed Usyk beat Tyson Fury. Bisping said he wasn't sure if Tyson Fury could become better anytime soon, pointing out that the battle had a fierce pace. Thought that Oleksandr Usyk might have purposefully dropped a few of rounds by exerting pressure in an attempt to exhaust Fury in the latter stages. The referee intervened and gave Fury a count, and as Fury backed up and tried to create distance, Bisping said, "If that's what he was doing, if that was kind of the game plan to lose a couple of close rounds to force the action out of Tyson Fury, then that was absolutely genius game planning because that's exactly what we saw." Bisping also summarized the round and change that turned the fight around. Derek Chisora gave mixed feedback following Oleksandr Usyk's victory over Tyson Fury. He started by expressing confusion and frustration over Fury's strategy during the fight, implying that Fury seemed to be avoiding engagement. "He was that guy. Let's face it, boxing is a great sport. Let's just try not to ruin it with dumb things like this. Do you know how many people love boxing? But if we ruin it with dumb things like this, people don't fall in love with it. Do you understand? Great fight. I mean, great fight, great show. You know what the best thing about this show was that there was no alcohol consumed by those who watched their fight sober." Chisora underscored the significance of preserving the integrity of boxing, emphasizing that such contentious decision. He emphasized the special ambience of the occasion, pointing out that there was no alcohol present, which allowed the audience to really enjoy the battle, the crowd's reactions enthusiastically. The match was made even more intense and enjoyable by the audible gasps and cheers. Do you know that we loved the fight? It was so amazing that everyone could hear the penny drop because they were so into it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It was so amazing that I enjoyed it, man. Look, I'm tired. I love the day. Give a shout out to the Excellency Tech Sheikh and the entire Ministry of Sports of Entertainment. Chisora acknowledged the Saudi Arabian hosts, the Excellency, and the Ministry of Sport and Entertainment, expressing his appreciation for the event's organizing. He praised the occasion as extraordinary and anticipated an even more thrilling rematch since he was confident in Fury's capacity to recover. Chisora predicted that Fury would enter the ring with greater resolve and intensity for the rematch. Fury would absolutely crush Usyk in their upcoming bout, and I promise you that I'll be better. I'll give the rematch my all. A Gypsy King must accept it, my friend, and I promise that he will return stronger and destroy the opponent in a rematch. The much smaller man, Oleksandr Usyk, gave a very good performance tonight. Colin Hart gave a thorough analysis of the Tyson Fury vs Oleksandr Usyk fight, praising Usyk's skill and noting that Usyk fought remarkably well despite being the smaller man. Hart was not surprised by Usyk's victory because he had predicted it beforehand. He explained that his prediction was based on his belief that Tyson Fury is no longer in his prime and has been in decline since his last fight with Deontay Wilder 3 years ago. I don't find it surprising because I did predict him to win. Tyson Fury seems to be declining. He's not the same guy he was 3 years ago after the last Wilder fight. If they were to rematch on October 12th, I believe YK would prevail once more. Some have even expressed serious doubts about Fury's current abilities, speculating that IK would likely win again, possibly by a greater margin. He was especially scathing of the WBC judge, labeling the verdict as shameful, who gave Fury the victory in the bout. I thought the WBC judge was a disgrace giving the fight to Fury. Is it a surprise? Hart suggested that the judge's bias towards the WBC champion influenced the scoring, and he found the 114-113 score for Fury to be absurd in contrast to considering the 115-112 score for Usyk to be a more accurate reflection of the fight. I find it funny that Fury, the WBC champion, was awarded an 11-1-4, 1-1-3 victory by their judge. The score of 115-112 seemed about correct to me. He voiced his enthusiasm at the prospect of the two heavyweights engaging in yet another exciting fight. Thankfully, Usyk stated in the post-fight interview that he would be open to fighting again, which increased the excitement. Supporters responded well to Rogan's article, with many participating in the discussion and sharing their thoughts on the fight and the contentious choice. Rogan's recognition of Fury's tenacity and Usyk's victory as the new undisputed champion was warmly received, igniting more discourse among sports fans. However, Fury seems reluctant to set up a rematch with Usyk despite his belief that he performed well enough to win while expressing eagerness in the ring. The British boxer announced their contractual obligation for a second bout in October, but when he took the mic at the post-fight press conference, his confidence in a quick recovery seemed to wane. Fury stated that while he was unsure of what would happen next, he believed he would stick to a similar strategy, strengthening his defense, maintaining his concentration, and cutting back on the humorous aspects. He said he had been having fun and felt like he had been in control during the battle. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think I'd just do a little bit more of the same, keep my defense a little bit tighter, and focus a little bit more. I wouldn't mess around as much because I was having fun in there, playing around, and I felt like I was controlling the fight. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen.